Hey Chookies, it is Azrnyx and welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber, and a big fat welcome if you're new around here. You can call me Az. Basically I do Sims 4 speed builds most of the time. And today's build we're doing wait for it, here we go, 100 baby, base game only, modern mansion with working bunk beds. Because I know how much you guys love bunk beds. Trust me, it's the reason that most of you are subscribed, probably. So I know that. Don't you worry. I got you covered with some more bunk beds today. Sorry, I'm clicking a pen and I've really got to stop. I need to put it down because it does make background noise and I can't edit that crap out. Yeah, so we are making a base game build today, and it's something that I've been meaning to do for a wee while actually, and it was a challenge. I go to look for things like that I want to put in this build, and then I realize, oh wait, that's not in just the base game, that's a whole pack of something, and it just, yeah, I fail epically every single time. So we gave it another go, and I'm actually not too disappointed with the results. I'm quite happy that this is the way that this one's turned out. It took me a lot of fiddling around with, and to be honest, it took me like, I think it was more than 4 hours if I'm being totally honest. So what you'll find is that I have cut a lot, and I mean a lot of shit out of this build, and that's just purely because otherwise it was going to be like a 30-minute video, and I would have had to split it into 2 parts, and I'm not really a huge fan of splitting videos into 2 parts just because it means you guys have got, like, you know, still got the same amount of content to watch if you want to see the whole video, whereas if I cut lots out and just show you the most important bits and delete bits where even I get bored, then, you know, it just makes more sense to me for you guys to be able to enjoy the content just all in one go. It just seems easier. But let me know if you guys prefer having the 2 different parts that are a bit longer. I sort of tried cutting out the bits that I thought you guys would find less interesting, but I mean, who knows at the end of the day. You would have noticed as well, just in the shot at the very front of the build, there are 4 garage doors. Now there's no CC in this entire build. I found those on the gallery. I can't even remember what they're linked under, but they're on the gallery as garage doors, and they're literally just paintings that have been sized up heaps, paintings of garage doors, you know, like you can get custom art in the gallery and then sort of go from, like, size it up and go from there type deal, and it's not actually custom content because you can find it in your game, base game, not base game, it's just in the game. It's not something that you have to download externally, which is really, really great. So I thought that is actually really, really handy, especially for the base game build. It helps make whatever I'm building look a lot more like a garage, which is what I wanted. You will also notice that when it comes to it in the kitchen, I use accidentally base game wallpaper behind the kitchen counter, and I've cut a lot out of the video, so I cut out the bit in the video where I actually fixed that. It turns out I've got custom content that's exactly the same as base game content, so I need to go through all of my CC and delete the old stuff, and even get some new stuff, to be honest. I've got a lot of alpha CC, and I love alpha CC, like, it looks beautiful, but I don't like the way that it mixes with the game aesthetic. You know, you've got some really realistic Sims walking around, and then you've got these sort of more cartoony animated Sims walking around as well, and I don't like the mix. I'm fussy like that. But I'm sure a lot of you are probably the same, to be honest. So yeah, the build itself has got I don't even know how many beds. I know I ended up with 6 beds in each downstairs bedroom, and all 6 of them are set up as bunk beds. So there's, I suppose you could call it 3 beds that are bunks, so 6 beds. In each of the downstairs room. One side is dedicated for boys and the other is for girls. And then when it comes to the teenagers' room, they're actually above the garage. And I don't know why I did this, to be honest. I suppose it was just space that I had, because I'm really bad at building my outline and then going back through and being like, right, now where on earth am I going to put everything, just because I'm not 100% sure what I'm up to in the first place. I'm generally always guessing and sort of just take it as it comes, to be honest. But yeah, we got there. Oh, I forgot to say as well, I'll probably just write it in a note right at the very beginning, but if you're just here looking for the bunks, they're at 12 minutes 57, and then my screenshots and my panning shots start at 21 minutes 56 if you don't want to watch the whole speed build through. But yeah, that's where they are. That'll be a note at the beginning anyway, so if you've made it this far, then good on you guys. Thanks for sticking along and listening to my absolute rambling. I keep moving around a lot, to be honest, and I've got a really, really loud chair, and I always do this when it comes to editing. I realize I really need to stop moving around so much, and you guys will notice it now that I've pointed it out, but yeah, my bad, sorry. I'm working on it. I'm trying not to move so much, but at the same time, I'm one of those people that's going to put my foot up on the desk and be totally unprofessional. I've got to stop. I really do. Anyways, okay, so you remember the other day, if you watched my Edgewater Spa video, I told you about my creepy murder dream. I had another dream the other day, and it wasn't so much a murder dream as it was like an assassination dream. I was the assassin though, which is strange for me because I'm uncoordinated as. My favourite book is about an assassin, but I could never ever be one. Not even in my wildest fantasies. But anyway, it was weird. It was like I was I was given the mission to go and kill some leader of this big army base, and they were all just doing something wrong. I suppose it wasn't a big army base. It was like an undercover bad guy, if you know what I mean, working in the army base, but I had to get on the base first and then murder the guy and then get out again without being detected. And oh my goodness me, I was detected. Turns out I'm unco in my dreams as well. Basically, the guy, he looked like a mix of Justin Bieber and Draco Malfoy, if you know what I mean. He had sort of quite pale and very blonde and kind of thought he was like gangster as and cool as, but just looked like a bit of an egg, but he was evil apparently, so I had to go and get him, and I ended up blowing up the base and then driving away in this Jeep thing, and clowns started chasing me in this Jeep, which was really, really weird because it was like one of their minis, and there was like all of them stuffed into this car, and they were chasing after me, and I was yelling at them backwards and firing my gun at them because I suddenly had weapons on my Jeep. But yeah, strange dream. I have a lot of them though, so I'm not really sure why, for example. But oh well, here we go. Anyways, we're working on the kitchen now, and this one I changed around a lot of things. The room just to the left of just behind where the high chairs are, I suppose, I originally turned that into like a toilet, just a toilet and a sink in that one room. But then I quickly realized that that wasn't my original plan for the build, and that was supposed to be like a second entrance to the backyard type area, if you know what I mean, that sort of leads down and around to the pool and that downstairs. And I kind of realized as well as I was building this that although it's a 100 baby challenge, it's not actually that kid friendly, if you know what I mean. Like, I put an open fireplace in the lounge, and I was like, well, I mean, I could go modern or I could go kid friendly, and I kind of think, you know what, Sims are smart, kids aren't going to play with fire, it's fine, they'll be fine, plus we've got firefighters now, so no biggie, right? All good. That was my go-to at least. But yeah, in a minute we're going to start on the toddler's room, because this is the baby's room at the minute, and I think the most babies you can have at a time is like 4, so that's what we went with. And now the toddler's room, and I really love the toddler's room. I haven't actually play tested it to see if it actually works, but I've done this before in previous builds and it has worked, so I'm fairly confident that it still would, with the beds at the very least, in the places that they are at. But if it doesn't work, you guys will have to let me know if you do download this and put it in your game. Yeah, as usual, this build is available for download in the gallery. The link is just in the description just down below, so you can grab that and throw it in your game if you want to do it. If you've got a base game and you don't have any other packs and you want to do a 100 baby challenge, then this is the build for you. More or less, if you're not too worried about open fireplaces in the lounge and, toddlers being able to play with that crap. It's up to you. Personally, I don't think I could ever do a 100 baby challenge because I don't have the patience in the first place. So it would be a bit of a mission for me, I can imagine, to actually stay motivated enough to finish the challenge off. But oh well, that's just me, I suppose. We're working on the bathroom at the moment. It's the toddler's bathroom, and I just like cut through all of it because I figured, you know what, literally what's in there is some potties, a sink, and a bath, because that's all toddlers need. So that's the toddler's bathroom, and now because that moved very quickly, we're working on like the teenagers' bedrooms. And I didn't do actually many beds for the teenagers' room, and I kind of didn't, it doesn't end up staying like this. For example, that room right in the middle there with the 3 beds in it, that turns into a boys' room later on. And what I do is I actually wall off all of these rooms and just put door frames in with the curtains over top, so that they're still a little bit private, but they're actual like separate rooms, and your Sims can, yeah, I don't know, a bit more privacy, I suppose. It just meant that boys could come and stay and, you know, sleep in this room without too much drama, and I could use other rooms in the house for other things, because I was quickly realizing again that I hadn't thought about the floor plan at all. I literally just thought about the outside layout. So we got there eventually, and this isn't just a girl's bedroom. And I think I actually did leave in how I did the bathroom for them, to be honest, which I didn't think that I did, but here we are. Yeah, it's literally just a toilet and a shower separate, and then the sinks together in the middle. And that was sort of just mostly to avoid, because I know Sims are real bad at like walking in on each other and being like, oh hey, I'm embarrassed now because I saw you taking a crap, you know what I mean, or showering or something like that. So I figured, well, we'll make it hard for you to do that, you know what I mean. And this little hallway bit was just a little zone, I suppose, for the older teenage Sims to come and sort of hang out. That was a little bit quiet, like right next to the playroom. It was sort of a big space that I didn't really have much else to do with. So this is what we ended up doing with it. Finally working on not finally, but now we're working on the front entrance, and all this bit is, I just wanted to show it off a bit more because I did some really cool things with the bags. I wanted to sort of make it look like, you know, kids actually came and went from school type thing. So there's a whole bunch of hooks and just backpacks all over the front sort of door entrance area. And those wood things are the hooks, and then the bags hang from them, obviously. I used this custom content shelf just to help me get things in all the right places, just because it's a really good bit of CC, I tell you that much for free. But yeah, and finally we are onto the bunk beds. I used the tool mod to help me lower the, I suppose, wardrobes, what are they called? Dressing wardrobe-y things, just so they look like, you know, one whole back base, if you know what I mean, like a backboard to the bunk bed. And then I've play tested every single one of these bunk beds as well, so they all work, even the ones that I've got like teddy bears on, because you used, what I did was use that teddy bear chair for kids, size it down once or none times, to be honest, or not at all, and then raise it up so that it looks like it's a bear sitting on a bed or under the covers, you know, that kind of thing. And it all actually looks really, really cool. You'll see it in the end screenshots. I hope I actually kept it in the, yeah, here we go. So yeah, the bears, they just look like teddies, and I thought that's perfect for the girls' room. I probably could have done that for the boys as well, to be honest, but I kind of think I forgot. Otherwise I would have, I definitely would have. But yeah, even that bed just there, as you can see, works an absolute charm. So absolutely stoked that that actually worked. Like, who knew, right? Anyways, guys, I think I've talked for ages, so I'm going to leave you to enjoy the rest of the video in peace. As I said, if you just want to go straight ahead to the screenshots, they're at 21 minutes 56, to be exact, so you can go and check that out if you would like. And yeah, I hope you guys are looking out for each other. I hope you're staying safe during this crazy year. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, download. Link is in the description just down below as well. Let me know what you do think. Let me know if you want to see anything else, like if you've got any requests or any of that sort of stuff. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for all of your support at the moment, guys. I have noticed that it's been absolutely phenomenal just recently, so thank you, and I hope you guys are looking out for each other. I will leave you to enjoy the rest of the build in peace. No doubt you're absolutely sick to death of my voice right now. I would be if I were you. But here we are. Righto, I'm going now. This is it. Okay. Okay, bye.
Town to town, from London to Taiwan, I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Can't
of a cliff. Realize there must be more to life than this. Reaching for the stars, traveling so far.